Okay, so let me walk you through little tips and tricks of IPTV. So when you first get your box connected, you got to arrow down to here to Wi-Fi. Get your Wi-Fi connected. Once you do that, bring yourself right up to here to the IPTV. You're going to click on that. So before we go there, keep in mind it is an Android smart box, so you can put in your Google account information and you can have all your apps and all your streaming apps that you currently have as well on the one device, so you don't have to switch between smart TV and Android box and having multiple remotes. This one remote here will do everything, and I'll show you that after. So click on IPTV. It's going to load. So your options are live TV, movies, and series. So your movies and series, that is your on-demand stuff. So the content isn't that bad. You're going to find a lot of stuff on there that you're going to like. And live TV, of course, is live. And you've got about 6,000 live channels from all over Canada, US, and the UK. So the first time you turn it on, it's going to take a few minutes. It's going to say here in the corner, TV Guide downloading. And by default, it always brings you to the Canadian English channel. So that's all the Canadian channels right across Canada. So that's your column here. Right now it says no program found because the TV Guide's loading. And as you can see as I go along, it is starting to load and download the TV Guide. So I'm going to go down to real fast, scroll down to some of my favorite channels, like Discovery channels. Down here, so I want to watch Discovery Science. Right now it's still downloading. Click on Discovery Science, and up in the right corner, it's going to start playing. You want to see that in big screen, press the OK button here in the middle. Boom. Now we have full screen. Oh, it's Naked and Afraid. Oh boy. So you want to get out of that. Your best friends in this remote here is this area here. Your home, your back button, and your up, down, left, right, OK button. Okay, those are your favorite buttons. So now I want to get out of this and I want to do some more channel surfing. I press that back button. We go like that. So I'm going to change it up a little bit. We're going to go down to arrow over left, go to US Entertainment. That is all the US content right there. So I'm just going to scroll down. We'll go to the Adult Swim channel. Guide's already loaded, shows you the next 4 channels. So I want to watch Family Guy. I'm going to click that OK button. A few seconds, it's going to load up here. And then when you want to go full screen, you click on it again. Oh, it's just being a little stubborn there. Okay, come on. There we go. Click on it again. And there again, we have that full screen. Spend some time with it. I think you're going to like it. There's all kinds of channels. Spend some time going through all these categories. It's endless, endless, endless. And way down at the bottom, I can lock those out, or you can lock them out. Adult channels, as if you have children in the house, that can be locked out. There's your Australia, there's Ireland. Here's all your UK content, tons of pay-per-view, sports like you can't imagine. So I'm gonna go right back up to the top here. We're gonna go back to Canadian. Show you some other little stuff here. So if you go to CA Locals, that is all your local TV channels. Unfortunately, they don't have a guide, and they never have. And it's kind of sucky, but anyways, if you go down to here, you're gonna find CTV, Sudbury, Sault Ste. Marie, Timmins, so you can get your local 6 o'clock news just as if you were subscribed to your local cable TV or satellite TV provider. All right. And I'm going to show you another little thing here. So I'll go over here. So here's your sports are up here, Canadian sports. Click on that. If you're a sports guy, here's all your TSNs, all your sports nets. They're all there. TV Guide's still loading. It takes a few minutes. Now, one of the hacks with IPTV is, and it's huge that you know this, yes, IPTV, it can be glitchy at times. It can frustrate you a little bit. So I'm going to click on Sportsnet FHD. And what that means is full HD. That's your 4K. Now, oftentimes, If that channel is glitching and freezing a little bit and you're trying to watch that sports program, go out of that channel, go back down, go to the HD, click on that. It's the same channel, but it's the 1080 feed, and chances are that it's going to play crystal clear. So that's a big hack with IPTV. You got to know that, especially with sports, that one game you're watching is probably playing on 10 different channels. So that's your Canadian sports. So you can go down to, say you want to watch NHL and it's glitching a bit up there. You can go down to the NHL package, which is right here. Click on that. And then here's all your NHL stuff. All right. It's, I don't know what more I can tell you, but spend some time with it, play with it. Oops, I exited out. I'll go back to live TV. I'm going to show you how to put stuff in favorites, because the channels do have numbers, but are you going to remember your favorite channel is 3,000 or 2,000 something? Most likely not. So we're going to go over here and let's say Annie. There's a favorites. So what you do is when you're highlighted on that, you push and hold that OK button just for a few seconds. Voila, it's going to say add to favorites. Oops, there it is. Add to favorites. Now when you come over here, there's your favorites. So that's probably your best bet, is spend some time with it, go through it, find your favorite channels, tons of kids stuff. Tons, like here on Canadian, there's only 14, but you go down to US Kids, there's a whole bunch more down there. And one last thing I want to show you about some specialty channels. A lot of people are into these, excuse me, Stars and Paramount channels and HBOs. So these ones as well, for some reason, they don't have a guide, but what they've done is when you click on it, so on the channels, it's always going to say no program found. But what they did is they put a guide channel within. So you go down one, go to Paramount Info, you click on that, give it a few seconds, it's going to load up. Okay, we'll make it full screen so you can see. Now it's going to tell you what's playing. Sorry, it's a little cut off. That's my TV. That's my TV settings. Okay, so I'm going to have to count it manually. I got to fix that, actually. So let's say I want to watch Mayor of Kingstown. So that's going to be on the channel 3. So we press that back button. We go down to channel 3. And that's the show that's going to be playing. And there it is. All right. We're going to go back here again. So yeah, all these channels here, the Paramount, AMC, Peacock, HBO, Hulu, National Geographic, Disney Plus, all this little section of those specialty channels, including Stars, do not have a guide. It'll always say no program found, but they all have at the top, when you click on the category, it's going to have that info channel. Also, the CEC settings of the box, I've already set that up. If your TV is set up correctly, this power button here for the Android box is a master. It should turn off your TV, and when you turn your Android box on, it's going to take about 20 seconds, and I'm going to show you that. It's going to say boot on it. Once the boot is complete, it turns my TV on. So I'm just going to demonstrate that for you. So I like to go back and just exit out of this Smarters IPTV app, and then I'll press that power button. Voila, it shut my TV off. So I'm going to turn the box back on. Be patient. Takes about 20 seconds or so. It's got to boot up. It'll say boot here. And once it's done saying boot, it should turn my TV on. Yep. So it's booting up, just like a little mini computer, I guess you could say. Once that boot's complete, the TV will turn on. There it is. It turns my TV on to that input. It says Nintendo Switch because, well, that's the input I'm using, because I disconnected the Nintendo. And voila, you're ready to go. Another key thing to know is sometimes the internet disconnects for whatever reason. When you get to this home screen, right at the top right corner, you're going to see your clock. You're going to see your Wi-Fi connection. If you don't see that Wi-Fi connection and you go on to IPTV, it's obviously not going to load. I've had a few people, message me and say, hey, my IPTV is not working at all. I can't get anything to load, and I'm checking at my end. Everything's working. Talk to some of my other customers. They're not having any problems. And we discovered their Wi-Fi, something happened, and the Wi-Fi wasn't connected. So that's just little tips and tricks. I'm going to send you also a video on how to program this remote for volume control of your TV. So if this is set up right, you shouldn't have to use 2 or 3 remotes, one for volume and changing inputs and one for the Android. No, 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 no. If you set this up beautifully, this one remote does it all. My remote's a little different. Yours is all black, but see these buttons here all circled? Those are programmable via your infrared remote from your TV. You can program your power, volume up, volume down, mute, and input. So this one remote will do it all if you set it up correctly, and it just makes the experience that much better when you're not using a multitude of remotes. Now this is a built-in volume on the actual box, and I'm going to turn it down so you can see here. It's on the right corner. Me personally, I never use it. I just check once in a while that it's turned up to its maximum, and then I use my actual TV volume here. And that's my TV volume. I find that much better. So if one day you turn it on, you're watching a show and thinking, why do I have to turn up my volume so loud and there's no volume? Check this volume that's built into the Android box and just make sure it's all the way up. And I kind of wish there was a way to turn that off, but just a little tip and trick. And like I said, I'll send you that video, show you how to program those. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to message me.